Welcome to the LongBox Paradox, episode 52.5, going over the releases for December 18th. And going to start out right away with Image Comics, and we have Family Tree number 2. Issue 1 was a lot of build-up and kind of starting to set the stage of what exactly is going on. Bit of a slow mover, so hopefully issue 2 will pick up a little bit more and move the story along. Gonna pick it up. I'm hoping for good things. I really like Lemire, or Lemire, however it's pronounced. I think it's Lemire. Next, coming out, we have Middle West number 13. Been a great book. Again, I've mentioned before how Scotty Young has improved so much as a writer. Looking forward to it. It's been a great series so far. We also have Old Guard, Force Multiplied number 1. Old Guard, I want to say it's been almost like 2 years since the first series ended. Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez, and I believe it was optioned for a series. I don't remember if it's Netflix or Amazon or Hulu. It's one of those pay services. Check it out. Check out the first series too. It's really interesting. I really enjoyed the first series and run of it, and yeah, it's definitely buy a trade for it if you haven't read it so far. Savage Dragon 247 on the road to 250. Savage Dragon is what it is. It's a cheeky humor action book that's raunchy at times. Also, like, kudos to Eric Larson, who has stayed on it all these years. He's the only Image creator, really, that stayed on his own book, consistently writing and doing art. Safe Sex number 4 comes out. The book's kind of just okay. It's nothing fantastic. Why I'm mentioning it, though, the Tula Lotay cover, I'm a big fan of hers. So if you haven't checked out her work, check it out. She's dynamic. Dark Horse Comics, there was not a whole lot that I was really looking at except for Skulldigger and Skeleton Boy. The B cover by Diodato kind of catches my eye. It is part of the Black Hammer universe. We also have coming out Tales from Harrow County, Death's Choir number 1. I kind of like the Tyler Crook B cover. If you haven't read Harrow County, great horror book. Fascinating world building in it. Great book by Cullen Bunn. Also by Cullen Bunn, The Sixth Gun. Check it out. What else do we have? IDW, it is more of the same. It's G.I. Joe. It's Magic the Gathering. Star Wars. It's all their licensed product, basically. DC Comics, we have Aquaman number 55. With the A cover by Robson Roca, that basically is Pacific Rim. It's the Mecha Black Manta versus Aquaman on top of a sea beast, kaiju god. Also, we have Basket Full of Heads number 3. Tula Lotay variant for number 3 is what I'll be picking up. Although I will say the A cover by Reiko Murakami, also great. Two great covers, but Lotay always will get my money. And the time we've all been waiting for, well, I have been. I don't know about anybody else. There's a few. Looking at you, D-Comic Queen. Batman number 85, cardstock variant Matina cover. It's the end of City of Bane, and most importantly, it's the end of Tom King on Batman. Thank fucking God. It's over. The evil is gone. I have no idea how this is going to wrap up. It's not going to be pretty clean, at least from the look of it. Batman Last Night on Earth, number 3 of 3. The A cover by Capullo is probably the one I'll get. The Albuquerque one just doesn't really call to me very much. It's been a good series. Again, though, like, giving Capullo this many pages to let his art breathe and the larger size of it, it's fantastic for it. It's where his art needs to be. We also have Batman Superman number 5. the further showdown with the Batman Who Laughs Secret Six Infected. This is the end of the first arc. The Jim Chung cover, variant cover, would be the one I'll be picking up. I hope after this Dark Universe crap stops, but I doubt it. Catwoman number 18, purely picking up because Joelle Jones is doing the interiors again. I also love the cover that she has on the A, so that would be the one I'm going with. And it's been 2 years in the making. And here we have it, Doomsday Clock number 12. It's coming out, it's here, it's ending, and I'm hoping we get the conclusion that we're all hoping for. I hope it's not going to be one of those open-ended leading into, come see Watchmen Universe. More of that. I'm hoping for a good conclusion and something definitive to make 2 years worth it. Although I've said it before, Gary Frank's art, it makes the wait worth coming back for every time it comes out. We have Flash Forward number 4 of 6. Like the last month, the Enoch Lee cover is the one to get. Also on the cover, it shows him with Linda Park. So I'm curious where this is going to go. The last issue was decent, but there's still... It's not great. It just still isn't great, and it's never, ever going to get rid of the taint of Heroes in Crisis with Wally. It will not. It will never. So next up, we have Harleen number 3 of 3 by Stepan Sejic. I really like this B cover better than the A with the playing cards. And Sejic's done a great job on the series. The writing has been pretty good. The art is consistent. I mean, I can't ask for much more. Made Harley actually somewhat interesting. Then we also have He-Man, the Masters of the Multiverse, number 2 of 6. I really liked issue 1 and the way that they were able to pull all these former He-Man characters out. Like, they actually pulled the one from the Dolph Lundgren movie in there. Worth picking up, in my opinion, especially if you have that nostalgia of the old He-Man toys and cartoon. We have Infected the Commissioner number 1. Yes, the least fascinating character in the Secret Six, the Commissioner Gordon Infected. It's actually... a good chunk of the one-shots have actually been pretty good. The first thing that caught my attention is the cover had a weird Francesco Francavilla look. And then seeing it wasn't Francesco Francavilla was actually kind of surprising. It was Victor Bogdanovich. I'll pick it up to read. I'm interested enough. We have John Constantine Hellblazer number 2. Issue 1 was good. I'm down for it. Joker Killer Smile number 2 of 3. I felt like there's kind of like Joker overkill and Harley overkill the last couple of months. But it's Lemire, and I'm down for it. I'll read through it. It's only 3 issues, so I'm good for it. Justice League number 38, variant edition, and Tony Daniel on the B cover. This is the Justice Doom War finale. It also leads directly into Year of the Villain Hell Arisen, which is also out this week, but read this one first. And book that I'm really looking forward to reading again, Last God number 3. Last God issue 1 and 2 have been, in my opinion, favorites of mine. Riccardo Federici's art has been just stunning inside. And again, as I said the last review, it's very rare that you get the cover and the interior art to be consistent and look just like each other. Legion of Superheroes number 2. I didn't enjoy issue 1, and I'm not a huge Legion of Superheroes fan to start with, but it's one of those books I'm always like, I should really try and get into it, because, it's always been like X-Men with, Marvel is one of those staples, and Legion of Superheroes is like a cult fandom, and they just don't do it for me. I'll try. I got 2 more issues of trying it. Lola Woods #1, the next chapter in the Hill House universe. It's got a B cover by Jenny Friesen, art by Danny, written by Carmen Maria Machado. Again, more horror books. I will support most horror comics when they come out because I like the fact that they exist and come out. So I probably end up reviewing this. Dollhouse Family has been pretty good from Hill House. They've been consistent. Lucifer #15. I don't love the book, but I don't hate it. It's just good enough that I keep coming back. Metal Men #3 of 12 comes out. Shane Davis B variant or A variant, well, A cover, not even a variant. One I'd be picking up. I'm okay with the series. It hasn't been fantastic, but it hasn't been horrible. We also have Nightwing #67. The fact that Talon's in there, I will pick it up. There is a Warren Lau variant, which would be the one to pick up. We also have Shazam #9, been resolicited. It's coming out now. The B cover by Kara Andrews is pretty damn great. We also have yet another relaunch of Suicide Squad with #1. Cardstock variant by Francesco Mattina. The usual quality Mattina variant. It's good. I'll check out the first 2 or 3 issues of the series, but usually Suicide Squad will start pretty good and then start just nosediving. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen #6. Again, Matt Fraction, Steve Lieber. Great Ben Oliver B variant. That makes me want to pick it up. It's a funny, interesting, somewhat comedy book. Just what you'd expect from Matt Fraction. Wonder Woman '83, the Jenny Friesen variant is the whole reason to pick it up. And then Wonder Woman Dead Earth Black Label book by Daniel Warren Johnson. For me, the A cover is the one to pick up. I'm down to at least give the first issue a look-see. We also have Year of the Villain Hell Arisen, as mentioned earlier. That'll spin out of Justice League. And the variant cover by Riccardo Federici with the Batman Who Laughs, about to throw down with Luthor, is pretty damn great looking. Not sure how I feel about the infected Secret Six battling Luthor's whole side. Like, these evil is going to fight this. I don't know what to make of it. Again, I've said before, I just want the whole dark multiverse to go away. Marvel Comics now. 2099 Omega #1. I'm not picking it up. I'm not even putting a picture up. This has been a stupid spin-off event. There's no reason for it. Agents of Atlas #5 of 5. Again, this is a series that I thought was going to be at least interesting. It was for a whole 2 issues, and not so much anymore. Amazing Spider-Man #36. There's it's 2099, of course. Tony Daniel cover. That alone makes me want to pick it up just because Tony Daniel has not done Marvel work. Not a lot. Annihilation Scourge Omega #1. The Art Adams variant featuring Annihilus is the one that I'll be getting. And then Avengers 28, Lupacino 2020 variant with Black Widow. Another one I will pick up. I like Emmanuel Lupacino's art. Conan Serpent War #2 of 4. I really liked issue 1. Issue 1 was actually really good. And there is a Chemically Virgin Connecting variant, and it features Dark Agnes. So that one's probably the one I'll end up picking up. Daredevil #15. I hate the variant, the brown 2020 variant with Bullseye. So stay with the A cover. It's got Elektra and Daredevil on the cover. We also have Eternals #1 Facsimile Edition and Eternal Secrets from the Marvel Universe #1. So for people who want to just kind of gear up before we start going into Eternals madness, if it ever gets to that point with the movies. Then we have 2 books back-to-back this week that I'm probably dropping. That's Excalibur number 4 and Fallen Angels number 4. It's just a back-to-back hits with these two of just me being apathetic while reading them, going, okay. How many pages are left? Ugh. I might be being a little harsh, but really, I just, it does nothing for me. Future Foundation number 5. I read the first 2 issues and I kind of jumped off. I do enjoy seeing Dragon Man on the cover, though. Just the character always made me laugh by his look. Ghost Spider number 5. I kind of like the A cover. The Mahmoud Asrar 2020 variant is okay, but I think the A I like just a little bit more. Guardians of the Galaxy number 12. The A cover for me is the way to go. I'm not feeling that Tom Rainey 2020 variant. History of the Marvel Universe number 6 of 6. Basically Marvel Saga for this generation. And McNiven cover, it's really the only way to go for me. Invaders number 12, been solid. Zdarsky's writing on it's been on point. This really damaged Namor and how his mind had been screwed with. Really just enjoying it. And then we have King Thor number 4 of 4. There's 2 covers. One's a little cheeky with Jason Aaron on it by Mike Del Mundo. The A cover for me is the way I'd go with it. Marauders number 4 comes out. Finally, this is the book that I've super enjoyed from the Dawn of X. Been, in my opinion, one of the most consistent. And then we got Marvel Tales Annihilation number 1. The big sell for me on this at $7.99 is the Enoch Lee cover. His Moondragon on the cover is great. And just alone, it has Quasar and Darkhawk. Back in the 80s or 90s, there's a lot of jabroni heroes, and those were 2 of my favorites for a while. I am not ashamed of that at all. New Mutants number 4 comes out from Dawn of X. Great Rod Rice cover. And I'm kind of digging it. The series says it's been middle of the road. It's not fantastic, but it's not horrible. There's way worse at this Dawn of X relaunch. Revenge of Cosmic Ghost Rider number 1 comes out. I'm kind of sad the humor won't be there in this like it was for the one by Paul Scheer with him with the history of the Marvel Universe. I will give it a try, though. It's the A cover for me is probably the one to get. I'm not feeling the Ron Lim variant at all. Scream Curse of Carnage number 2 is another one I'll pick up. Character to me is interesting in seeing how it's been over. Issue 1 was okay. The J.J. Abrams and Son Spider-Man book number 3 comes out. The Camuncoli 2099 variant cover is pretty good, but the Oliver Coipel A cover is the standout for me. But the Camuncoli is not bad. Star Wars Empire Ascendant. The A cover is Riccardo Federici. That one to me called out the Jonathan Tyler Christopher Luke Skywalker action figure variant's pretty good, and I am a giant Michael Golden fan from the 80s, and he does an interesting cover with Rey on it that, I think that's Rey. Yeah, I think it's Rey. I'm liking the cover. It's so minimalist that it actually makes it better in my opinion. And then we have Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren. I think you're okay with both covers. The A cover is Clayton Crane, and the B cover is Jonathan Tyler Christopher action figure variant of Ben Solo in his non-Kylo Ren garb. Tony Stark Iron Man number 19. I'm on the fence if there's a Larry Stroman 2020 variant. Those who don't know Larry Stroman's art, he was on X-Force with Peter David back in the day. He did Tribe for Image. Real distinctive art style. I want to say he was at Milestone too. Real distinct art style that, like, for me, like, I see it and I know exactly who it is on art. Very underrated, especially during that time. I'll probably pick that up just because I have not seen his art in a while. And also we have X-Force number 4, another one of the standouts since Dawn of X. Been a solid title, just dead solid. Dynamite Comics, it's a lot of stuff for the boys. Chastity number 4 with 5 covers, maybe 6 here. And then, you know, their usual Red Sonja, Vampirella. From Boom Studios, we have Angel number 8. Firefly number 12. For me, the main cover by Lee Garbrett's the one I'll go with. And one of my favorite books coming out from Boom right now, and actually one of my favorite reads right now, Once and Future number 5 of 6. I'm going to be sad when this ends. I really am. I did see some people complaining that it basically reads like a Netflix show. Weirdly, it's been optioned. Also coming out from the independents, Blade Runner 2019 number 5 is out. Cover A is by Paul Pope. I dig Paul Pope's work. It's, to me, one of the ones to get. There also is a Pop Virgin sketch variant as well of the Paul Pope. On the fence for me. Actually, that sketch variant actually looks really good. So I might end up picking it up anyway. Outside of that, there's usual bunch of kind of chuff. There's some good stuff, some bad stuff, some stuff I'd be interested in checking out. Money Shot number 3 comes out. Issue 1 and 2 were okay. I didn't love them, but they weren't bad. At times, I feel like it's trying too hard. Roku number 3 comes out of 4. I still have not read it yet, so I can't really recommend if I want to pick up more issues of it, but it's Valiant, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. And also, Visitor number 1 of 6. And this scares me too, because they had a Visitor series for Valiant back in the mid-90s where it ended up being Pete Stanchek from Harbinger, a future self. Oh god, it was so convoluted. It was stupid. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it stupid for the creators, but I didn't love it. Well, with that being said, that is all that is coming out. At least it's catching my eye. There might be more variants that I couldn't find on the shipping list because they don't like listing a lot of the ratio variants on the diamond list. And I didn't go to comic list because I'm, I guess, lazy. So that being said, thank you for joining me, and I appreciate everybody coming and watching. Next Sunday, we have a placeholder for 9 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Gambit, hopefully, and the Comic Queen are going to be going over the entirety of Doomsday Clock now that it's done. It's going to be at least an hour stream. So if you like Doomsday Clock, want to complain about it or talk it out, it's going to be a live stream. Chat will be up. We will talk it out. I've been looking forward to talking about this series for a while, so I got to read all 12 issues in a row this week. And of course, check out the Comic Queen's Instagram, TV channel, and her YouTube. She puts out great content. Her reviews are great. She actually puts way more work into them than I do because I just don't plan anything out and just talk about it. She actually types stuff out. So with that being said, thank you, and I will see you Wednesday or Thursday with the next round of reviews. Take care. Bye.